After the rich girl took over as the chairwoman, she immediately fired the company's CEO, just because she thought the CEO was useless and took kickbacks, like a dog raised by her family. Faced with the rich girl's constant insults, the CEO didn't talk back at all, and even swallowed his pride to buy her coffee. But the CEO had a reason for acting like that. 3 years ago, he had a car accident and was saved by the rich girl's father. The former chairman saw his potential and wanted him to work at his company. To repay the favor, the man agreed without hesitation, and after 3 years of hard work, the company was on the verge of becoming the top car manufacturer in the country. Seeing this, the old chairman felt at ease and handed the company over to his daughter. But the rich girl didn't understand anything and acted arrogant at the company every day just because of her background. She even thought the CEO was completely incompetent, just freeloading a salary from her family business. That day, the company was swamped getting ready to go public, but the rich girl called the CEO to a shooting range. When the CEO rushed there anxiously, he found that nothing serious had happened at all. She just wanted him to carry her stuff. The CEO was furious and kept warning her that the company was in serious trouble, but the rich girl refused to listen and even got upset at his warnings. She even made him kneel down and apologize. Helpless, the CEO knelt down for the sake of repaying the favor, but the rich girl was still not satisfied and even made him stand as a target. With no choice, the CEO had to obey. Luckily, the old chairman called at that moment and scolded his daughter for her behavior, ordering her to return to the company immediately. The rich girl unwillingly went back after hearing her father's words, but as soon as she returned, she heard the CEO was in a confidential meeting. This made her furious, and she thought the CEO was being disobedient, so she barged into the meeting room and started yelling at the CEO. No matter how the CEO explained the confidentiality of the meeting, the rich girl didn't listen at all. She even tore up the design plans for the project. Seeing how unreasonable she was, the CEO also got very angry. He kept explaining, but the rich girl thought he was defying her, so she immediately demoted him. Her outrageous behavior made all the employees present very unhappy. They knew the CEO's abilities, so they kept speaking up for him, but that only made the rich girl even angrier. She ended up suspending the CEO on the spot. The CEO still tried to persuade her, but right then, the head of a big corporation called. He told the CEO that at the company celebration in a few days, he would bring a trillion-yuan order for him, but the condition was that only the CEO could sign it. Seeing that the CEO didn't show her any respect, she grabbed the phone and scolded the executive. This made the CEO extremely angry. If they lost the support of that executive, the company would fall into crisis. But the rich girl didn't care at all. She insisted on firing the CEO, and so the CEO left the company, but he still had to keep enduring it for now. Only after the celebration ended would his agreement with the old chairman be over. Then he would finally be free. The day of the celebration arrived quickly. The CEO was about to go on stage to speak, but the rich girl showed up again. As soon as she appeared, she kept mocking him and accused him of stealing her spotlight. Faced with this, the CEO could only continue to endure. Seeing this, the rich girl was very smug and made the CEO kneel in public and apologize. This behavior disgusted many of their business partners. After all, these partners were only working with the company because of the CEO. But this made the rich girl even more furious. She kept insulting him and even made him bark like a dog. Just then, a beautiful businesswoman arrived at the venue. She was furious seeing how the rich girl treated the CEO and immediately wanted to hire him to her own company. But the 3-year agreement hadn't ended yet, so the CEO temporarily declined her offer. Forced by the rich girl, he barked like a dog. The rich girl was overjoyed to see that and happily continued the ceremony. But this was the moment the CEO had been waiting for. At the very start of the celebration, he stood up and slapped the rich girl across the face. The 3-year deal was over, and he no longer had to endure. The rich girl was furious, screaming at the CEO to kneel and apologize, but the CEO no longer needed to help the company, so he ignored the foolish rich girl completely. Instead, he announced that he was joining the woman CEO's company. The business partners applauded his move, and to support him, they cut off their contracts with the rich girl's company. Seeing this, The rich girl panicked, but still kept her arrogant attitude. She even said if the CEO apologized to her, she would make him CEO again. But the CEO was already completely disgusted with her. Just then, the executive also arrived at the celebration, bringing the trillion-yuan contract as promised. But the rich girl had no idea who he was, and arrogantly mocked him. Not until her assistant revealed his identity did she panic. But she didn't reflect on her mistakes. She even tried to make the CEO sign the contract for her company. The CEO was speechless at her actions, but he still signed the trillion-yuan deal with the executive. But the contract wasn't for the rich girl's company. It was a big gift from the CEO to his new boss, the woman CEO. Very soon, the rich girl would realize that without the CEO, her company would face crisis, even collapse.